A man pulls out a rifle in his own house, and now there are calls for his resignation. There are police complaints filed against him, and his political career may be over. Let's get into what happened here and what you think about it. We start with this guy right here. You see him, he's got the rifle right there, and his name is Ron Clous. He's the Grand Traverse County Commissioner. He's the guy in question. Now, on the phone during this Board of Commissioners Zoom meeting, there was a woman named Kelly McIntosh. Kelly McIntosh happens to be very worried about the Proud Boys, and she wanted all of the members of the commission to dismiss, disregard, and disassociate themselves from the Proud Boys. And they had an opportunity to do so. But as she was talking about this, one of the members, Ron Clous, who I was telling you about, went and got his rifle. That's where we start. Let's go to the video. Here it is.
You can say that we don't have problem Proud Boys around our area, but there are obviously problem Proud Boys around the country.
All right, Ron is getting up now.
And for them to have been invited to speak.
You see, he's a hunter.
I'm not a gun owner, but I can certainly appreciate people's wanting to
now he's
have
back
their gun rights
with
protected,
the rifle.
But I would think everybody in our country would have.
Now you can see the other commissioner up here on the top right. He starts laughing. He sees that Ron Clous has brought his rifle back, I guess to make some sort of point about the Second Amendment and how he's a supporter of it. But instead of making that point, he just lets the woman continue on.
To realize that permission has been given to these activist groups to do more with their guns than go out hunting.
All right, there she is. She was upset about this, bringing him to take that rifle out. And now the fallout. We have stories like this out of the Detroit Free Press. Grand Traverse official who flashed gun during Zoom meeting asked to resign. Remember, this was in his house. He was doing a Zoom meeting from his house. Others are trying to argue that his house is now his office because of the situation we're facing with the pandemic. Nearly 300 people have signed a public letter calling for Grand Traverse County Commissioner Ron Clous to resign after he flashed a rifle during a public meeting on Wednesday of this week. This is starting to catch fire. There's even, according to the ticker, the Traverse ticker, a police complaint filed against Clous as more and more people call for his resignation. A police complaint for having a rifle in your own house on a Zoom meeting? This says from Beth Milligan, an incident in which Grand Traverse County Commission Vice Chair displayed a semi-automatic rifle during public comment at Wednesday's commission meeting is generating significant backlash, with the story picked up by national outlets including the Washington Post and a community petition calling for his resignation. A woman who was giving public comment at the time has also filed a complaint with the Michigan State Police, which could lead to a special prosecutor being appointed if the case progresses. Here's what she says. I filed a police report simply because I was told unless somebody did something, nothing would happen. Well, I'm not sure why you would think something would happen. A man in his own house brought over a rifle on his lap in a conversation about the Second Amendment? You might, as somebody who's not a gun owner, find this appalling. I'm not a big gun owner. I mean, I'm not a gun owner at all, in fact. But I have been to gun ranges and I enjoy shooting from time to time as a stress reliever. However, I wouldn't sit there and say, hey, this is absolutely bananas. I've got to file a police report because somebody on a Zoom call got their rifle. They said, I don't know what he does. I don't want them to have anything to do with the county commission if this is the direction our county is being forced to go. Regardless of Klaus's intention, McIntosh says a message was sent that was meant to intimidate members of the public who hold opposing views to commissioners. So that's her reading into this, and they say that they're looking into it, currently investigating it. It's spreading around everywhere. Michigan County Commissioner pulls out gun during virtual meeting when resident asked the board to denounce the Proud Boys. And as you saw, yes, she did indeed ask for them to denounce the Proud Boys, but he went over and got his gun and showed it during a larger conversation about the Second Amendment.
You can say that we don't have problem Proud Boys around our area, but there are obviously problem Proud Boys around the country causing problems. And for them to have
more comments from him in a second.
I'm not a gun owner, but I can certainly appreciate people's wanting to have their gun
and he's
rights
back with the
protected.
gun.
But I would think everybody in our country would have to realize that permission has been given to these activist groups to do more with their guns than go out hunting.
Okay, so you've seen it now. You understand what's going on. Here's his comments in the wake of all of this. He says, the only thing I know about the Proud Boys is when they came to speak to us, they were probably the most respected folks that got up and talked. They were decent guys and they treated us with respect. He said, there's nothing wrong with displaying a gun at a public meeting. Somebody else, this was one of the other commissioners. I saw it across his chest and I thought it was ironic of him to do that. The person was talking about guns and he had one across his chest. I didn't see him do anything illegal or dangerous with it. He wasn't threatening or brandishing. He was just holding it. So what do you think should happen with this guy right here? Should he have to step down? Should he be in trouble? Should he get some kind of charges, I guess, filed against him for pulling out this here at his own house, his own residence? The backlash continues to build, and I'm interested to hear what you have to say about it. You're always forthright with your comments, and I'm sure you will be this time as well. So let me know what you think, and we'll see you real soon.